Yeah, we're rolling.
All right.
You know, I like to roll early.
Good. More footage the better for you, Ed.
Oh, that's true. Ed, our editor.
Catch
our
the
editor
heads.
is something
Yeah,
else.
you know? It's more natural that way.
This is exciting.
Yeah.
It is exciting because I feel like we've stepped it up a notch.
Look at this. Look where we're
We got
at.
to the sweatshop.
That's
Yeah.
right. If you can't tell, it's a little warm in here, but hey,
it's
ice
just
cold beers.
90s, you know.
Yep. I might have to change my shirt halfway through.
It's okay. We'll all be sweating.
That's all right. All right.
All right, so what are we doing?
Welcome to the
Bada Bing traveling
podcast.
We always mess up the intro.
That's okay. That's okay. Welcome to the Bada Bing Badacast.
The Badacast. Chicago's traveling podcast.
Cheers.
It's time for the Bada Bing Podcast. Like and subscribe. And now, here are your hosts, Pat and Brian.
Oh, it's hot here.
It's hot.
The beer is
I know, I'm
cold.
gonna have to change my shirt.
Yeah, official sweatshop. You made it.
Official.
Who do we have here, Pat?
We have Michael Monar. Michael is a drone operator, IATSE drone
Yeah.
operator.
Yep, it's official.
And it's a pretty specialty
It is.
position especially for doing movies, commercials, films, the kind of stuff you do. You can't just be a regular old drone operator.
It's kind of a weirdo niche. Yeah.
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 Really
I managed
is.
to find myself in a good spot. Yeah.
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 And tell us where we're at right now.
So this is my shop. It's bad side of Humboldt Park.
It is.
We have a zombie apocalypse fencing around. It's well secluded. Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of it's a play shop. I share space with Midwest Camera Car. Got camera cars, we got drones, we got a U-crane, grip tricks, stabilized heads.
It's awesome.
It's also a machine shop. We've got all sorts of tools and
They can fabricate.
gack to play with.
It's
You got it all.
Yeah.
This
It's
is
kind of a playground. Yeah.
This is a playground. This
Yeah.
is my kind of place.
Yeah, it's a good escape.
I don't know how to do anything here, but I would love to hang here.
Yeah.
You know, this is
We
a place
are.
to hang. We are. Mike, because of Michael.
Thanks for letting us come.
And
Let
thank
us
you
come
for
in.
coming. Yeah, and running the gauntlet to get in here.
That's right. We made it. Well, tell us a little about yourself. Where'd you start? You know, bring us up to speed on your journey.
Yeah, so I have a still photography background. Went to school initially to study English. I wanted to be a writer, and then made a pretty drastic segue into photojournalism. Yeah, and kind of caught the bug there, shooting for newspapers when those still existed.
Yeah, I've heard of
And
those.
were a viable enterprise.
Where at? Where,
I went to school in Indiana. I grew up in Indiana,
Mm-hmm.
Warsaw, which is a very small town.
never heard of it.
Not Poland?
No, Warsaw, Indiana. Yeah. Orthopedics capital of the world.
Oh,
Yeah.
Really?
Didn't know
yeah,
that.
they make fake hips and all that sort of thing.
That's pretty cool.
But my mom lived there, and then my dad in Chicago. So I got a little bit of couth, visiting Chicago,
Yeah.
and then kicked it in the Midwest for the most part.
So you moved here then after college?
Well, I went to college. I made it 2 years at IU, Indiana University in Bloomington. Got a pretty good deal there. And then I got an internship in New York with David LaChapelle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and ended up living in New York for a while, doing the fashion photography thing.
Oh, that's cool.
And that's where I really learned, lighting and all that.
Sure.
That's a fun background. That must have been a blast.
It was
living
amazing.
in New York.
Yeah, I was
doing
in my
fashion photography. That's huge.
early 20. I was like 20, 21.
Yeah.
Hopping back and forth between New York and LA. Assistant. I was like the third assistant. I wasn't
Yeah.
anything big. But then later on, after I stayed, I became the digital technician. Because back then, this will date me.
Yeah.
But the digital still cameras were just sort of coming out
Yeah,
into
new
vogue. Like Kodak was still a thing, and they had this monstrous digital SLR thing that was like 2 feet tall. But I was the only nerd that had figured it out. So I
Yeah.
sort of like made myself a digital tech back then.
Well, the young guys always wanted the newest technology.
Yeah,
and figured that
exactly.
stuff out.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So I took a hold of that and kind of ran with it, and then eventually went back to school, got my degree, BFA in photography and art history.
Oh,
Yeah, like still photography. I didn't actually touch a movie camera until later on in my career, probably
Yeah.
like 15 years ago, when you met him, Tim Borntrager, who has Midwest Camera Car, was just then getting a Russian arm, which is like this crazy vehicle with a remote controlled boom on the end that swings 360 degrees around the car.
It's
and
amazing.
like super
I've been on
dangerous.
shoots with Russian
Yeah.
arms, and they're so cool, man.
Yeah, formerly known as Russian Arm, now Ukraine, since rebranded.
Great.
Its original name became problematic.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So it's a ML63 AMG Mercedes that has a 20-foot boom on a turret, and it'll swing around, go up and down.
How many people are in the car at one time?
It's actually
Operating.
quite a team effort. So it's a driver, an arm op, and a camera op, and an AC at minimum, and then usually the DP or director will stand in there as well.
Oh, wow.
To sort of direct
Jeez.
the.
And are you using wheels?
Yeah, so the camera op will generally use wheels or joystick.
And then you got an arm op. You have an arm
Yeah,
op.
so I sit in there and I've got the joysticks, and it's a lot like that. It's funny. It was a good sort of initial training ground for the drone
Yeah.
because it's the same sort of movements, up, down, left, right. It has the same sort of pitfalls, like you hit things and expensive cameras go boom, and it's
The stakes
all of a
are
sudden
high.
the stakes are high. Yeah. And that's, I think, why I got in, because I'm, I think, a natural risk taker and also a quick learner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your motorcycle out there. So,
Yeah, I like flying by the seat of my pants. So yeah, the Russian arm, now Ukraine, was kind of a good fit.
Well, how hard was it for you to? I mean, you're a licensed
Yeah,
drone op.
which is easy now. It wasn't always.
Oh, really?
Yeah, back I was one of the first to get what was called the Section 333 exemption, because back about 10 years ago when I just got into the business, the FAA hadn't yet established like a remote pilot license. Like it just didn't exist. Like they didn't have any framework
It was
of
kind of like the Wild West.
regulations.
It's like the Wild West.
It was
out
a
there.
total Wild West.
Yeah.
And I remember having a conversation with Tim, because we had seen one drone out. I think it was like a remote helicopter that somebody had strapped a camera to. And we're like, that's amazing.
And so unsafe.
Yeah, and so unsafe
Yeah.
and like technically illegal.
Yeah.
Because at the time you weren't allowed to do commercial operations with drones. Like it was just forbidden by the FAA. So you had to go through, it took me, because I was just single and broke and just getting into the business.
And now you're married
There
and
were
rich.
major, something like that.
Rich of heart.
Yes. But there were people, big corporations like Amazon, paying their lawyers to do these applications. But I holed myself away for about 2 months and wrote this huge application for exemption. And I ended up getting one of the first ones that was given away in the States. So that allowed me to, and I had to get a pilot's license.
Yeah.
Like a proper, learn how to fly a Cessna.
And can you?
Can you fly an actual plane?
Can I can
land?
definitely take off. Yeah,
The
landing
landing,
not so
sorry.
much at this point. It's been a minute. Yeah, I think I would need some refresher courses at this point.
That's pretty cool.
So
Yeah.
parachutes for.
Because
right?
I crammed the thing. So I got my license in about 2 months.
Yeah.
Did the bare minimum hours. Did all the bookwork on my own.
Yeah.
Went in, and I had booked a job with Fox for a TV show, and it was like on a Monday, and they were like, "So you have your pilot's license, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." Took the flight exam to get my pilot's license the Saturday before that shoot. Failed the first time. Ended up going back the next Sunday morning. Luckily passed.
Yeah. You
And-
studied.
Yeah. Because I think on my initial one, I bounced a landing. And so it was like DQ instantly.
wow.
But luckily the guy let me, I explained my situation.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm thoroughly fucked if I don't pass
Yeah,
this.
I need to pass. Here's $20.
Yeah. And so I came back the next day, passed with flying
Yeah.
colors, and was legal on Monday.
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
No, but I mean, I think people don't realize how hard it is and how many, hoops you have to, and rightfully so.
Oh God, yeah.
You can't just buy one of these and just I mean, you can, but
Yeah.
it's not
I
the
mean,
right
you can
way to do
now,
it.
but there's still, you know, a lot of skill involved
Yeah,
still.
a ton of skill involved.
And it's gotten easier to fly. Like this is fully like you would never want to really fly this autonomously. I mean, you could, but you know, it's
Right.
all up. It's 77 pounds when I have it with a full payload.
killing
Which is
somebody.
a serious
That, you don't
thing.
want that coming down.
And I think people are used to seeing drones that are really small, but the drones that you're
Yeah.
flying are a different ball game, different beast altogether. And I mean,
And you're putting like
$250,000
quarter
worth
mil-
of
yeah.
camera crap on it.
Yeah.
so again, the stakes are high.
the
There's
stakes
not a
are
lot of
high.
room for error because,
Yeah.
you know, you've heard tons of people, they buy a cheap drone and it gets lost or it crashes. and
Oh,
like,
yeah.
okay, that
You-
sucks, but you just
You
go
don't
buy
get to
another-
do that on,
No.
on these jobs. No.
No.
We had this one out on Batman when they came to town
Yeah.
to do the plate shots. And we had a lockout from the Board of Trade all the way up like 5 blocks north of that.
Yeah.
And I was actually seated on the front of the camera car flying from that. I think it was late November. It was like
Yeah.
20 degrees or something like that. And I had to plunge it from the balcony of the Board of Trade down as fast as I could without stalling it. Because with this one, if you descend too quickly, it'll actually stall out and the motors stop
Oh my god.
and you can't recover from it. It just
oh,
and
There
no.
goes the drone.
Oh
Has that
my
happened?
gosh.
I had one of these go down, and it wasn't even user error. It was the flight computer locked up and quit taking inputs, which is even more terrifying.
Yeah.
It's one thing when you crash the thing, you're like, okay, it was my fault. I screwed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when the thing quits listening to you,
Yeah.
is another situation altogether.
How many people are on a team when you go out with something like this?
So the heavy lifter, I go out, I fly, or I send one. I have other pilots I send out as well, but it'll be a pilot, a camera op, and like a drone tech at minimum, and then a first AC to pull focus. Because this is like a normal remote head situation. It's a Ronin too.
None.
I'm curious. Also, talk us through some of the things you've worked on with these drones. I mean, I'm sure viewers would love to know kind of your cred deck in a way. You know, like what you've done.
I've got to work on a lot of fun stuff. Like I did one of the OG like first iPhone commercials where the balloons are bouncing around town and going over the beach.
Wow, that was
our
that was a minute. That was a while ago.
Big
My gosh, you're old.
commercial. Yeah, totally. And then it's run the gamut. I mean, Batman, and then I worked on Justified, all the Chicago shows like Chicago PD, Fire,
That's where I've seen you.
Med, and we've shot a million commercials. I got to work with Gus Van Sant last year in
Yeah.
Ohio
Oh, that's
on a commercial, which was super cool.
that must have been cool.
I did a job with Claudio Miranda. He's a big drone guy.
Yeah.
I think he's actually partially sponsored by DJ. He's one of their spokes.
oh,
sure.
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
that's
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
Have you ever
Yeah.
flown those little tiny drones with the
The
goggles on?
FPV drones.
That-
Yeah, for sure. I did a commercial there where I had to fly the drone around and then blow through the cabins of like 20 forklifts in a row and then
That's-
come back out.
How
and-
long did that take you to? I mean, did you have to practice that? And,
Yeah, it's a different feel. And
Yeah.
those you fly in acro mode. So it's kind of a different control interface than what you do like the normal DJI ones.
Yeah.
Like those you can flip and do all sorts of wild stuff.
Oh,
and these are pretty like, once you fly an FPV drone and you go back to one of these, it's like riding on a Barca lounger. It's just like- so, and it's funny, that's how I feel now when I go back to the Ukraine, like to the, not the Ukraine,
The
not to
Ukraine.
the front line, to this
Right.
camera vehicle. After flying drones, the Ukraine just feels really mellow and slow.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
which actually probably sometimes is it's okay. You know.
Yeah, it's
mix it up.
very cool being chill.
Yeah.
Occasionally. Yeah, because that's also sort of one of the baseline fears when you go in, and I think that's why we have a different market in Chicago. Like a lot of the stuff I shoot is downtown, where the GPS from Google Maps doesn't even work.
right.
Yeah.
And then people come in and try to fly a drone on GPS, and the drone just bricks itself into a building or just
Yeah.
goes bonkers.
Do you have to let anyone know that you're flying down there, like FAA and
Yeah, so it's always like a permitting thing,
It-
and
it
it'll
is,
be
yeah,
the
of
Chicago Film Office, and they have to sign off, and I send them like a flight plan and everything, so that everybody's warned beforehand.
Gotcha.
And then when you're not supposed to fly over live traffic or uninvolved pedestrians.
Right.
So you need, at least when you're flying over the roads, you need ITC, which is intermittent traffic control at minimum. So the cops will block traffic while you do your shot, and then they let it.
No way. I thought people just flew over anyone anytime they wanted.
I'm sure people do.
Yeah,
But not
yeah,
Michael.
plenty of people do,
Yeah.
but I think that's also why I've sort of been able to maintain good standing, is that I always, you follow the rules and you don't piss people off and you don't put people in danger.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what if somebody watching, they say to themselves, man, I would love to learn that. I would love to do that for a living. What
Yeah.
would be just a couple pieces of advice you might give someone that would want to learn?
Yeah,
do
I
what you
mean,
do?
I think you need the flight skills, but also I think of myself first and foremost as a cinematographer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I think you can be a stunt pilot and you can be like a champion FPV racer, but you can still really suck on a film set if you don't
Thank
know,
you.
if you don't have a feel for camera movement.
Right.
It
right.
can just all fall apart.
You're still an artist at heart.
Yeah.
And you just know how to fly a drone.
Yeah, and I found that, like the more gentle movements with the drone are better, where it's
Right.
just like an infinite techno,
Yeah.
as opposed to like a berserko, like Michael Bay ambulance,
It's a finesse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Did you actually light somebody's hair on fire?
So not quite. Yeah. Yeah, there was a singe.
It was a singe.
Yeah,
Big
it was
deal.
just a singe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't an
I'd say
With
inferno.
a drone.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
So early on, we were in the testing phases of a heavy lifter, and I had my buddy Tim over. We went to the park, and I was like, "Yeah, can you just hold the drone? I don't want it to,
Yeah.
I don't want it to go full send.
Yeah.
Just keep some hands on it, and we'll make sure that the directional inputs are correct."
That's good.
That sounds smart.
He had this big drone resting on his head, holding it. He was wearing this woolen hat, like a cute newsy, woolen hat. I think he had it for years.
Yeah.
The power management board shorted out and burnt a hole through his head
Wow.
while we were testing this drone. So at that point, there was a bit of a panic.
Yes.
I was like, oh God, what are we going to do? We need to fly this
Yeah.
next week. And so I turned around that day, and I had been like talking with this guy in Washington, D.C., who was building drones at the time. So I turned around, like drove that day into the night, showed up the next morning to this,
Wow.
with this guy in D.C., and he helped me wire everything up. And
Amazing.
yeah,
To be able to do that too.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you get to pull it off and get it done.
Yeah, drove back, pulled another all-nighter, driving back,
Yeah.
and then we went and pulled off the job.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was.
Were you nervous at the beginning of that job when you came back?
Yeah, and
Oh,
a
yeah.
little like sleep deprived.
I can imagine.
But
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a testament to what we do in this business. We just
That's the
get it
thing.
done.
Yeah,
right?
you get it done.
You have to.
You actually sacrifice whatever it takes to do the job
Yeah,
and do it well.
There
and I
aren't
think that's
many-
what I love, though. I love.
Yes.
I think I'm OCD, which helps in this business.
You done.
Like I know
What are you
where
looking at
every
me
single
for?
Well,
silly cable goes.
Been in
Yes.
medicine for 30 years.
Yeah, and I love solving problems and
Yes.
coming up with
I think that in this
good
industry,
solutions.
in the industry in general,
You got to be a MacGyver.
You got it. You have to be a problem solver,
Yeah.
no matter what.
And that's just part of the fun.
I
Like
think so.
I don't think I'm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
would
you
never
look- you
hold
had the
a real
haircut.
job.
Yeah, he does. He does.
We could do a TV
Right?
show about
You
you.
got the hockey cut.
You'd be the next MacGyver
Yeah.
flying drones.
There it goes.
Absolutely.
I got an out.
Well, dude, it's been such a pleasure
Truly.
Totally.
to
Thank
do
you
this with you.
guys.
Thank you for inviting or letting us come in.
Yeah.
We asked. He
Yeah,
didn't invite
yeah.
us.
And maybe in another 5 years we'll have AC.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We can always aspire to.
Actually,
to
that's the
greatness.
funniest part. Is we were gonna do this last week. It was like
Yeah.
95, and
I would have been. Yeah.
he said, he
Oh,
goes,
your
Puddle.
shirt's a different color.
"Yeah, I keep changing shirts.
Yeah.
It's awful. But what are you gonna do?"
But hey, Michael, if folks want to find you, want to reach out to you, want to hire you, what do
Yeah.
they do? Where do they go?
I've got sites for that. Yeah.
I heard of that, yeah.
It's monaraero.com. MONARAERO.com.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank
Check
you.
me out.
Hey,
Yeah.
man. Thanks
Cheers,
a lot.
really.
Cheers,
Cheers.
brother.
Been fun.
We'll see you in the skies.
Sweet.